Hello students, welcome to MBA 360. This is the end of March and very few B schools are still open for application. And a lot of students have been asking us to talk about those institutions which are still open for application and which is something that they can be a part of the consideration set in terms of them applying for them at this point in time. And MBA season is almost getting over, so whoever wants to apply, I think it's important for at least the national institutions. Most of them will be closing their applications soon. So you need to be really hurrying up if you really want to be very clear that you want to do an MBA and nothing else. In that process, I've also told you something else earlier that it is not worth doing an MBA in any B school. It's very important for you to know that you get into the right B school or postpone your decisions to do an MBA and continue your studies, rather continue your employment. Get onto a job and gain the experience. It is far better that you gain an experience than getting into any MBA and saying that I want to go through that journey, because that journey might not lead you anywhere. Now what we're doing is we're talking of some B schools which we think are decent enough, good enough that you must be applying at this point in time if you're in Delhi or beyond Delhi also. But these are good B schools. All these B schools are domiciled in Delhi or Delhi NCR. Right? So we're talking of best B schools at this point in time which are still open for application in Delhi. The first one is the FORE School of Management. This is based in Delhi, right? This was established in 1981, so 45 years old. Now, I always tell you that when an institution is so old, it has very good placement track record because their alumni is all over the country. They would be working in big companies. They would have grown up the ladder, and because of which they would obviously come back to the alma mater and start recruiting. And the institutions also go back and reach out to the alumni who studied with them to ensure that the pool of companies that come to campus for placement only expands. And from that perspective, 45 years old, 1981 established, would always be an advantage. One, now look at the advantage that it has. It's based in Delhi, where there is a lot of industry and companies. And two, it's very old, which means its alumni all over the place. So both will be an advantage for a student who's getting into FORE School of Rank. It's private B school. It's ranked NRF 59th. In my opinion, it deserves slightly better. 59th is slightly being unfair to it. The total students is 861, of which male are 555 and female are 306. And the PGDM fee here is about 23 lakh rupees. Right. Now the important thing of what is the placement. Obviously, I spoke to you about these things. What is the placement that you're dealing with? The placement here is about 98.92%. So almost 100% placement. And the median salary is 15,52,000. This is a placement for the 22-24 batch that we have as last data. So essentially what we're dealing with, and across the board if you see about 13 lakh, 14 lakh, 15 lakh, we're essentially dealing with an institution which places its students about 14-15 lakh rupees and places all its students also. And from that perspective, FORE must be a part of your consideration set if you want to study in Delhi or if you're a Delhi student. If you want to study in Delhi also, this is a very, very good option. Look at it. It's actually in a beautiful area called Qutub Institutional Area, and one of the better campuses that you see, when you deal with a campus in South Delhi. It's very difficult for you to get a campus in South Delhi. It's a prime area, mind you, but it's positioned in South Delhi. It is very close to IIMI. Many other B schools are also there, and FORE School of Management also is there. The second one is Fortune Institute of International Business, FIIB. It's also called FIIB. Right, this is what it is called. Established in 1995. Which means it's 31 years old. So the same advantage that we talked of earlier would also apply to this FIIB also, because it's been there for a longer time. So it will always have better chance of placing its students because they reach out to the industry also, and people who studied at this place also would be coming back and recruiting from here. In fact, very recently it also got the AACSB accreditation. AACSB is AACSB. Now this is an international accreditation. This international accreditation proves one thing. On your behalf, as students, someone which is an international accreditation body has inspected the books of for FIIB, looked at the process and journey, the student outcomes, the vision, the objectives, everything and the curriculum, the pedagogy. They would have done all that work on your behalf and accredited it, saying that this is good enough for it to have the AACSB accreditation, this AACSB accreditation is, by the way, one of the top 3 accreditations that you have in the world. The other two being AMBA and EQUUS. And AACSB is very popular in India. About 25-30 institutions, about 29 or someone institutions are having it only in India. And across the world there are many. One of the advantages that you have with that kind of accreditation is that this particular B school student, wherever they go, if they go and say that they've studied in an institution which is AICSB accredited, it has some kind of a standing. And the faculty exchange, the international student exchange, all those things also become easier for them. So from that perspective, it's AICSB accredited also. It's private in nature. We ranked it as AAA plus. Total number of students is 538, of which 59% are boys, 41% are girls. And the fee is about 12.9 lakh rupees, right, which is very moderate. Now the good part of it, of how the placements are happening, about 97% placement, 98% placement, median salary is 6.63 lakh rupees. So you recover your fee in about 1.5 years or 2 years. Now typically in B schools, we always say anything that we are talking about, the recovery rate is between 15 months to 24 months. You take ISB or you take IIMs and all, like IIMs, they talk about 1 year, but increasingly I know that it's faltering in a certain sense. But most of the good B schools, they try to have a set a fee where you can recover by the first year's fees, 15 months to kind of a thing. This seems to be about 24 months, right? But still, it is very good because the placement rate is about 97, 98%. So you must look at it from that perspective. The third one is Jamia Hamdard, which is again based in Delhi, established in 1989, private B school. It's, by the way, Jamia is a university also. Ranking is 87 best. Total students 473. 56% boys, 44% girls. The fee is very moderate at 5.53 lakh rupees. Very moderate at 5.53 lakh rupees. Now at 5.53 lakh rupees, when you look at the placement that they have, 94% placement, and within 1 year you recover all your money. Because the fee is lesser, the ROI is far, far better. And remember, what we're talking at this point in time is those B schools that are still open for application. We're not saying they're the best B schools in the country, no. We're not saying that these are best B schools in Delhi, no. There are quite a few good B schools also in India, in Delhi and in India also, but they're closed for application. We are only talking of those B schools that are still open for application, that you can put it as a part of your option or your choices. So that is the fee. Within 1 year, you recover the fees. So that's the third one. The fourth one is LBS IM. They started in the name of late Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. The children actually run this institution, or they are the trustees of the institution. It's a private B school. 4As is a R rating, by the way. Total students is 617. 70% are boys, 30% are girls, and the fee is 17.25 lakh rupees. This also, by the way, is in the same area where FORE School of Management is there, IMI is there. So quite a few of the B schools are there. It is called the Kutub institutional area, where most of the B schools are also placed. They are right in the center of South Delhi. Right. Now, what is the placement here? 95% placement. The placement is 95%, and 12 lakh rupees is the median salary. Earlier, so about 11.4 lakh and 100% placement and all. So when you actually deal with, again, I keep saying, when any institution which actually plays 90% and above, or 95% and above, and has this kind of a median salary at that kind of scale in which they actually admit students, it's a very good institution, because the median salary falls as you increase the scale of operations. In this particular case, the scale is high, but still the median is maintained, which is very good, and that too when they're placing almost all the students. If you now look at the fee it has, which is 17.25 lakh, and talk of median salary of 12 lakh rupees, you essentially know that you recover your fee in about 16-17 months. That is a very good bet, right? The next one is FOSTIIMA Business School in Delhi, right? Established in 2007, private institution, AAA plus, our own rating. 696 is the total number of students, 52% are boys, 48% are girls, fees 11 lakh rupees, 10.95 lakh rupees. Now, when you look at it from that perspective, and then look at the placements, 100% placement, 100% placement at 11.5 lakh rupees. It's been the same 100% at 10.5 lakhs earlier also. Here there seems to be anomalies, so I can't understand that. But when I look at this data is from the NRF report, right? So when I look at the NRF, which is the Government of India record, 100% placement 11.5 lakh rupees. The fee is about 16 lakh rupees. Again, very, very good bet for any student who's looking at this point in time to still apply, because they only want to do MBA and not do anything else. They want to move on from whatever they're doing and do an MBA. At this point in time, these are the 5 institutions that are open for applications. And by the way, the 6th one is IIHMR in Delhi, which is Indian International Institute of Health Management. So this is very specialized, by the way. It's not a normal MBA unless you want to work at the intersection of impact and also creating a great career for yourself. It would not work. You really should need to be a caring person, a slightly more empathy, and those kind of things are very important for you to do anything in health management. This was established in 2008. It's a private B school. Our rating is AAA plus for 255 students. 28% are boys, 72% are girls. So whenever you deal with health, if you notice, the gender ratio changes, which is a good thing in a certain sense, right? We always say that women are more caring. So the fee is 8.5 lakh rupees. Right, and the placement, by the way, in healthcare, the career starts slow but grows as you move up. So it starts very moderately and then starts moving up. That's been a proven case, multiple cases over in anything that's to do with impact and care. So so it will not be a meteoric rise like an investment bank for that matter. The careers here in certain spaces which are healthcare, hospitals, hospitality, and those kind of things. So you should be very clear about the kind of companies that you'll be working for, where the salary would be starting slow, but it's a very stable career and very in-demand career path. So here, with the 8.95 lakh being the fee, 8.5 lakh being the fee, the placement is 98%, and median salary is 5 lakh rupees, which means you recover it in about 1.5 years to 2 years, somewhere in between. Now again, I repeat, these are B schools that right now are open for application, which you can keep as a part of the consideration set. And how did we select them? We first looked at the form closing date, then we looked at the percentage of placement, and then the median salary, and started working on anything which recovers all your fee in less than 2 years. And more importantly, ensures that you have a greater guarantee of a placement process. So everything that we talked of here is 90% plus kind of a placement ratio, and the ROI is that your payback period is less than 2 years, which is what we identified with. I hope this helps you. If you want me to cover any other thing, any other institute of your choice, please write to us in the message box. We'll be happy to cover that for you. And I always tell you, please subscribe to MBA 360. That's important for us. Thank you so much.